Everyone loves Barcelona. I think that's a pretty safe thing to say. Whenever we mention to anyone that we're going there or even just flying into there, invariably they will say something like, "Oh, I love Barcelona," or "Barcelona, that's one of my favorite places," or "Enjoy all the Gaudi architecture. It's a wonderful place," etc., etc. And everyone is right. Barcelona is a terrific place to visit. In fact, the Barcelona airport has become one of the major hubs of Europe now, along with Frankfurt, Heathrow, Amsterdam, and Paris. But what happens to a terrific place when everyone wants to go there is pretty predictable. It becomes extremely overcrowded and expensive during peak travel times and starts to become a caricature of what it was that travelers wanted to experience in the first place. The Gaudi architectural sites become overwhelmed, ticket prices to gawk at the still unfinished Sagrada Familia Cathedral are high, lines are long, and enjoying tapas along the famous Las Ramblas pedestrian area become less of an experience than simply something that must be checked off one's bucket list. So, once you've already been to Güell Park and the other must-see Barcelona sites, what does one do then? Well, Tanya and I just finished an 8-day stay in Barcelona and vicinity, and we experienced several moments of joy, as we like to call them. Here they are, strolling around, or at least maneuvering around, the Plaza España. This huge plaza area is a major hub for the metro and buses, where you can really see Barcelonians as they make their way to and from work and going about their daily business. On this visit, we stayed at the Hotel Indigo, just off the plaza, and had a wonderful stay. This is an IHG hotel, and as we noted in a previous video, we're trying to stay in hotel groups this year where we can rack up and utilize loyalty points. The Indigo is a moderately priced 4-star property, I guess I'd say, that met our needs very well. It was clean, newish, and had a very friendly and helpful staff. Walking through the many neighborhoods and parks of the city. Strolling along the wharf side and visiting the Museum of Catalonian History. Walking through the Gothic Quarter and the cathedral, catching a bit of an opera singer, utilizing the great acoustics of the buildings. Visiting the San Antoni market.
Tomatoes.
So this morning, Tanya and I are going through the San Antoni market here in Barcelona. And it's one of the many, well, I guess there's like 4 major markets, but this is one of the biggies, and it's amazing.
Look at this tomato.
Well, I see this tomato that I got right next to me here, but I don't think that's what she means. Let's see. That's a tomato?
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That is a blood tomato if I've ever seen one. I mean, I've never seen one, I think. Taking a load off your feet, just sitting on a park bench and enjoying the day. Nothing better on an early Saturday afternoon than sitting in a plaza and just enjoying life here in Barcelona.
It's pretty swell. enjoying this lovely Saturday afternoon in Barcelona.
Well, that's what I just said.
Oh, well, I said it too.
Good.
Okay. So that must be we really mean it.
Times two.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Getting a bird's eye view of the Plaza España area from the roof level of the nearby Las Arenas shopping center. Sunday morning in Barcelona. Actually, it's afternoon, isn't it? We seem to sleep in a lot. Anyway, we are on the upper level of the Arena shopping center. Tanya has never known a shopping center that she doesn't just love. And of course, even though it's Sunday, you know,
and everything's closed.
It doesn't matter. There's still stuff there. But anyway, this is a great venue for checking out the Barcelona skyline. We're just going to go around the circle here. Looking in on folks just enjoying a social gathering. Enjoying the excellent beer of Spain. Well, it's been a very fruitful day of walking around Barcelona. We went to the bus station, so we're all set with our tickets for some other adventures that we're going to be doing next week. And we have decided to rest our feet for just a little bit and have a fine Spanish beer. I just wanted to let you know, there is a channel that we follow, Brian and Carrie. And Brian and Carrie, I don't know if you watch any of our videos or not, but if you are, this is dedicated to you. Brian always loves to find a beer. Not necessarily at the end of the day, almost any time during the day. Isn't that right, Tanya?
That's right.
Yeah. But I think, Brian, if you have not tried Estrella beer from Galicia, yeah, I think you're missing something. It's really refreshing and tasty. We're going to try it right now and just see how that is. Yes, it is quite, it's just perfect. It's just a nice, refreshing flavor to it. And Brian, this beer's for you. Eating your way through Barcelona with local specialties. Taking a side trip to historic Girona.
Recordamos que está prohibido salir de la estación por la rampa de vehículos. Gracias.
Well, your intrepid goofballs are in Girona, Spain today. We took a bus here. It's a day trip from Barcelona, so we're just going to kind of check it out. It's a much smaller town. The air is cleaner. It's a beautiful day in December. I'd say it's probably about Fahrenheit. It's probably about 63 degrees or so. Wouldn't you say, Tanya?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's clear and lovely.
Clear and lovely. It's just very nice. So let me show you a little bit of what we see here so far. You know, it is winter, but we're going to check out Girona and let you know what we find out. So here in Girona, in Independence Square, sort of the middle of town. It's a very cool little place. It's not a very big city, and it's probably something that if you were coming to Barcelona, you wouldn't even think about. But there are some people that actually come here and stay here in Girona and visit Barcelona. To me, that seems kind of an effort because it's about an hour
and a half.
Yeah, and a half. Yeah, and you better have a car because if you take public transportation, the costs are gonna mount up going back and forth. But they have a really nice new airport here, and when we stopped by there on the bus, there was Ryanair that was unloading passengers, so probably easy to get in and out of. So you might think about Girona in one of your future travels. Here's the Independence Square. Here's all the school kids. They must be coming home. We're getting close to the end of the school day. Let's take a look around here, and I think they've got a cathedral down the way here, Tanya. Let's check that out.
Let's see who that is.
Let's check it out. Let's see who this is. Well, this monumental statue here commemorates the defenses of Girona in 1808 and 1809. So there was obviously some big battle here. I bet it was against the French. I don't know. I better check that out. So I think we'll just give you a little walking tour of Girona. Well, for any of you history buffs or non-history buffs, the cathedral we just visited is the #1 attraction here in Girona. It was built on the site of a former mosque. Well, wouldn't you know? And one of the most interesting things about Girona is that it held one of the largest concentrations of Jews prior to 1492 in all of Europe. And then, of course, in 1492, Isabella and her gang decided that, Jews were not welcome anymore, and so please go. And that's what happened. They are not here anymore. Oh, and by the way, I was correct that statue there in the Plaza de Independencia was commemorating the defenses of Girona against Napoleon's troops in 1808 and 1809. That darn Napoleon, he was just everywhere. We're going over here into the Jewish quarter now, Tanya, is that correct?
Yes.
I have my trusty guide with me here.
Straight ahead.
We're going to make sure we don't miss a thing. Taking another side trip to the beautiful town of Sitges. Well, Tanya and I have taken the train this morning to the town of Sitges, which is south of Barcelona, about an hour train ride, or as the Barcelonians often pronounce it, Sitges. I didn't want to say it that way. Anyway, the reason we're here is apparently there's a big party today because it is Fat Tuesday here in February, Mardi Gras. So we'll see how the Catalonians celebrate Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, and we're on our way. Where's the party? Well, we're walking along the seaside here in Sitges, and you know, sometimes things don't always work out the way we thought they would. The woman at the front desk at the hotel, who actually is from Sevilla, she's not from here, but she told us last night, oh, she says, you must go to Sitges because that is where the carnival is. So we got here
On Fat Tuesday?
on Fat Tuesday, but I don't think this is even Fat Tuesday. I don't know. So not only did we not really look at a calendar, I just made this assumption. It could be that Fat Tuesday is next week, but in any case, there is no carnival here. Tanya looks up on the web to see when it is, and the parade and carnival isn't until next week.
Next week.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. So we're just a week early and $1 short. But
It's lovely.
it is
here.
a lovely town, and it got us out of the hotel room. That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
And here we are in this beautiful little town, and there's just tons of restaurants, and there is virtually no one here, which would be normal, I guess, for February, but apparently in the summer, this place is just booming with sun seekers and you know, that sort of thing. Let me show you that here is the beach. It's just lovely. You know, you could have yourself a heck of a time here. Well, after wandering around Sitges for a while and checking out the beach and so forth, we have found Carnival headquarters. It's right here. But there is, as you can see, the party has not begun or never was. But in any case, they are certainly ready for it, decorating at least a week ahead of time. As we stroll the streets of Sitges, and we are the parade, Tanya. Yeah, we are the parade. I'm surprised there aren't people up here on the balconies throwing beads at us, and women showing their bosoms, lifting their t-shirts. Oh, I guess wrong Mardi Gras. If you're coming to Sitges for romance, but not the full deal of romance, you can come here to the Medium Romantic Hotel. It is a 2-star. Looks quite lovely, but just expect medium romance, not the full deal. So Tanya, back in Barcelona, just outside the Barcelona Sants train station, is this amazing park with this huge iron structure that little kids go up and slide down. It's a riot. And then this pond and these Muslim-looking minarets, although they're not. You know that.
That little girl.
Yes, indeed, there is something for everybody here in Barcelona. Well, that ends our overview of things you can do in Barcelona that do not include Gaudi or extensive museum touring. We hope this gives you some ideas for your next trip to Barcelona. We're sure you'll enjoy yourself. So, until the next video, bye-bye and happy traveling.